Welcome to episode 4 of OOTP 25, St. Louis Cardinals Sim. This is Shade Hoolix, and we have just finished up the trade deadline. And so we'll go over the trade deadline, what kind of happened with us. There wasn't much action for us. We'll look at finishing up August and September and get into looking at what the playoffs look like for us. So first, let's recap the trade deadline. We only made one trade. And that was we sent Miles Michaelis, who he was our fifth starter, but has really struggled for us this year. Had a 6.66 ERA. Didn't have very. He was leading our club in walks per nine, but he just wasn't missing many bats. Traded him along with a catcher that was in high A, or at least he's in high A for Boston now. Yeah, he was in high A for us also. He's at Peoria. And Takoa Roby, who, if you recall, was the number 3 ranked prospect in our organization, but he really has struggled this year. Actually, no, he did not. That was last year. Sorry. He struggled this year, and honestly, I don't see him making a huge impact on our team. Also, this was a move to cut some payroll. Michaelis was going to be getting $16 million again next year. We did retain some of this contract to get this deal done, but we traded for Nick Pivetta from Boston, whose numbers look pretty good. He hasn't pitched well this year for Boston, and he came in his first game with us. He did not pitch well. I think he's pitched 2 games with us. Let's look at that real quick. Yeah, he pitched against Texas. He did not get the win, but he went 6 2/3, gave up 2 runs. Did not get that win. The team won, but he did not get the win. In his last outing, he got shelled by Chicago. So hopefully there's better days for him for us. Right now he's the 5th starter. He is on an expiring contract, which was another thing that was a plus in this. He's only getting paid $5 million, and he's a free agent at the end of the year. And I don't think he's wanting too much. Actually, not in the mood to discuss an extension. So that was our one trade, and then we signed Ryan Helsley to an extension. He was asking for, I believe it's like $8 million a year, and I offered him 5.25 with an all-star bonus of $250. He wanted like a 5-year deal. I offered him a 3-year deal. So we have him locked up for a little bit longer. He's been pretty good for us this year. 3.15 ERA. I don't remember how many saves, but like 25 saves and a couple of blown saves, but not many. 2 blown saves. So he is only 1-6 or 3-6, I guess, on the year, but he's been pitching better here lately. So that was our trade deadline. There were 2 trades of note. I can't exactly remember what they were. Transactions. Trade log. Here we go. Josh Bell went from Pittsburgh. No, Pittsburgh got Josh Bell from Miami. Uh, and 1.4 million in cash. And they gave up Mitch Jebb, a double A player or a high A player, and Carlos, 19-year-old Carlos Tirado. I don't think either one of these players are decent. Josh Bell, he's hitting 250 this year. OPS of 102. WRC plus of 124. No, sorry, 126. OPS plus of 132. Hitting 267. No, hitting 251. Slugging 510. I've got 17 home runs on the year. And there was one other trade of note. How do I minimize this thing? I guess it matters. Here we go. Texas and the Guardians. Texas sent Jose Leclerc, 30-year-old major leaguer with relief pitcher. 49 ERA for the year. And they get back in return 4 players. 23-year-old John Kinsey Noel, hitting 294, 20 home runs in AAA. Tyrese Turner in high A, Doug Nikazi, 24-year-old in high A, and Isaiah Green, a 22-year-old in A ball. Those were the only 2 trades of note that really involved anybody other than who we got. So there's the trading. All right, so let's look at how we did this last month. As you can see, we now have a 5-game lead on Pittsburgh. We went streaking. We talked about that before the All-Star break a little bit. And so we ended up in July 20-4 for the month. Had a get swept by the Cubs just now, so we're 1-4 in August. But before that, we were 21-4 in our last 25 games. Hitting is continuing to improve. Pitching bullpen has came way down. I don't remember exactly what it was in the last at the All-Star break, but it's came way down. So in July, Gallegos, Palante were both really well. Pitched a total of 19 2/3 innings, giving up no runs together. Kitterich in the area of .96 in 10 games. Ryan Helsley, ERA of 1 in 9 games, 7 saves. Jojo Romero, ERA of 1.08. This is why we were so good in July. In over 12 games. Sonny Gray, Steven Matz was really well in July. Nick Pivetta, which we just got, so that's really not with us. The entire pitching staff was just lights out in July. And then our hitters in July were Nolan Gorman, 20 games, hit 286 with 9 home runs for the month. Dylan Carlson, over 47 plate appearances, hit 300. If he could keep that up, he is not quite what I like in center field. but he does have a positive. Oh, that's right field. He's a negative zone rating. That's your center fielder cannot have a negative zone rating for me. Um, Jordan Walker stayed hot in July, hit 309. So Goldschmidt did not stay hot in July. He had a bad month, but as a team, Mason Wynn came on. July had a strong showing in July. Uh, and we'd like to get this walk percentage up for Mason Wynn, but hit 384. Wow, hit 384 for the month. Had a WAR of 2.4. Wilson Trace had a WAR of 2.7 for the month. So month of July was really good for us. So now we're going to. I don't know if I talked about this or not, but we got all of our draftees have signed and they've all been placed in rookie ball. All of them went to rookie ball. Um, and so now we're going to, push to the playoffs and see if we can, keep this. Let's look at stats or standings real quick. Um, the Blue Jays are still leading in the East. That lead is down to 2 over the Orioles. Post All-Star break, they're 9-6. They're half game better than Orioles since the All-Star break. Guardians lead is down to 2 games. The Astros are still 6.5 up over the Angels. Angels trying to make a little push here, get Mike Trout to the postseason. The Braves have a 7-game lead. The Phillies have fallen back. The Phillies were up there with them, if I remember correctly. But the Mets have moved in second place. We now have a 5-game lead over the Pirates. We're 10-6 since the All-Star break. The Pirates are 5-10, and so that's a 5, 9.5. That's a 4.5 game difference since the All-Star break, I believe. If I am adding that up correctly. We got a plus 71 run differential. And then, we just got swept by the Cubs, who are last place in our division. That was not good. But then the Dodgers are leading out west with an 8.5 game lead over the Giants. And let's kind of look at the wild card real quick. We currently sit in the 3rd place of the 3 teams leading their division. And the Giants, Padres, and Mets are currently the 3 wild cards in the National League. And the American League, I almost said the East League. American League, the Orioles, Tigers, and Angels would currently be in. Angels are. And I don't see Mike Trout. Where's their injury list? That's the wrong button. Organization, injured list. Mike Trout, he is on a rehab assignment. So, how long has he been out for? Severe hit stream since June 14th. But Mike Trout is doing Mike Trout things, or is he? Yes, he is. 125 OPS plus, WRC plus. Only hitting 237, 14 home runs. But, so hopefully the Angels can get him to the postseason. It's back to the Cardinals. And then, so here. All right, let's start skipping some games. We're 65-48 on August the 5th. All right, here we are at the roster expansion, September 1st. And we have expanded our roster. And we brought up Nick Robertson from AAA Memphis. He started out the year with us, didn't pitch very well, but he's been pitching very well down in Memphis. So we brought him up, and then we brought up, who was it? The fielder, Moises Gomez. This will be his first major league action in his career. He has been leading Memphis in hitting this year, so I thought we would give him a chance. And so we'll see what he can do here in September. We're currently 79 and 57 here on September 1st, and 9.5 up on. Here we go. 9.5 up on the Pirates. Didn't have a great, or I say didn't have a great month. Wasn't as good as July, obviously. 15 and 12 was about what we've been doing the other months other than April. So let's see if we can continue this push for the playoffs. All right, the regular season has come to a close. We ended up winning the division by 15 games. The Pirates really fell on some tough times there in the second half. We finished with a record of 94 and 68. We were to go back and look. They finished us. They predicted us to finish at 79 and 83, so we outperformed their expectations. Ended up winning the division. Of course, the Pirates outperformed their expectations also. All right, let's look at, wildcard standings. All right, in the American League, Astros get the 1 seed with a 98 and 64 record. Won 8 of their last 10. Guardians, second, 91 71 record. And Baltimore, third, with an 85 and 77 record. We would be the 2 seed in the American League. And then, there's going to be a playoff, I guess. Let's see how they do that. The Tigers are in, and then the Orioles, Rangers, and Blue Jays are all tied with an 85 and 77 record. In the National League, the Dodgers and the Braves both finished at 105 and 57. We finished at 94 and 68. And then the Giants, Mets, and Phillies. Giants at 99 and 63 are the first wild card. Mets and Phillies both 92 and 70. Phillies get the lower of those seeds because we are facing off with the Phillies in the first round of the playoffs. So this is where I want to end this episode at. And in the next episode, we will do a in-depth look at stats, and then we will do a end of the we'll do the playoffs. We'll look at stats and playoffs in the next episode. All right, thanks for watching.